Hey, it's Mike from Apollo, and once again, I've got something good for you. It is a market segmentation tool. It's free. It's a custom GPT. You can use it, and there'll be a link in the comments and the descriptions and all that good stuff. Okay, market segmentation. This is about not just saying, hey, I'm in fintech or financial services. This is about getting laser focused on particular cohorts of people that exist within your obtainable and addressable markets. This is about not guessing, not wasting time, not wasting money. This is about having a report that looks a bit like this, where you get right into the detail of who's going to buy your product, how you can connect your product to that customer. But before we get into that, let's talk about why this is so important. It is crazy how much advertising investment gets wasted. If you look here, there are reports galore here about 20%, 30%, 40%. Really poor ROI. Harvard Business Review article noted like how many poor product launches there are per year because they went to the wrong market. They segmented it in the wrong fashion. So all of this comes down to being too general, too lazy. We got to work hard and get specific to avoid high customer churn and frustration because we're not talking to them in the right way, because we're not talking to the right segment. So let's find out how we do that. We are going to our friends at Camfire. We did those in the previous video. We worked on the addressable market and getting to like just a nice small market. Actually, it was pretty good for Camfire, even when we went into the most level of detail. And I think we might see the same again here. So Camfire.ai, it's kind of ERP, but powered by AI, cleans up the general ledger, some revenue automation, some really good things here are happening for Camfire. So as we can see here, we want to get segmentation right. We don't want to waste their ad budget. So let's go and have a look at the report that I've been able to make on how they should segment their audience, their potential customers. Okay, so first thing is, what market are we in? When we say Camfire, we're going to focus just on the US mid-market SaaS and fintech companies. So already starting to get some refinements here, some filters, and we're focusing on 50 to 5,000 employees. Now, there are lots of cohorts and segments within that. So we've got a little bit of a summary. This is kind of touching largely on the Temsam SOM that we did in the previous video. It's important to have that as a reference point because we are now looking inside of the obtainable market. And here's what it looks like. Digital first Scaleups, cloud modernizers, digital explorers, traditionalists, and innovators. You can see a definition of what sort of segment they are, like what are their characteristics, how many they are, what percentage of your addressable market they are. And important, here's a revenue look. What's really going on here is we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 segments within all those companies that might wish to buy this product. And all of those deserve highly customized messages, content, tools, paid marketing, you name it. Because if you do that, you'll get much better response rates, click rates, sell-through rates. So this is the heart of segmentation. When you know these segments really clearly, you really got something. So this is like a great start to segmentation. So let's see how this actually expands. So you'll see here that we get into with, I'll just focus on digital first scale-ups. You'll see here what industries. So it says SaaS, fintech, digital health. I like that build. Pain points, multi-entity consolidation. So if you think about a general ledger, that is a real pain. Manual reconciliations, which people we're now going into, so which roles. The channels and the sales motion. So this is an ROI-driven sales narrative. You'll notice here, when you go over to the Modernizer, it's more about emphasizing forecasting and BI because they come a little bit more from that Microsoft world. So what do we got? We got 5 segments here with a really clear breakdown. Notice how different they are. They're all great opportunities. Some will be more lucrative than others. So you'll see that what the segmentation does, it says, okay, segments A and B are the places to start with. But it's like we've got like a whole roadmap for the business here. Primary, secondary, long-term, positioning, channel mix, strategy. confidence in the data we've got, strategic outlook. Look at this. We've got a kind of a bigger picture, but most importantly, there's 30,000 high-value, digitally mature firms that are ready for this product. This is really helpful when we can come back here and get this segmentation and see that these are our options. This is exactly what the customer looks like. So I encourage you to use this tool. Head over to the Market Segmentation Custom GPT. You'll be able to connect even better with your customers, build great value for them and yourself at the same time. All right, I'll see you next time.